Hi and welcome to WWE Girl Talk. I'm Coral.
Ashley.
And today we're reviewing the Smackdown from the 8th of October, I think. Yeah, we're a bit behind. And we're also trying out a brand new way today. So it could go completely wrong. Let us know what you think. Take it away, Ashley.
Okay, so we start off this SmackDown with the speaking segment like usual, and the WWE have been pushing New Day quite a bit recently. Sorry, I can't speak, I don't know what's happening. So we start off SmackDown with New Day. And so on Raw last week, obviously New Day dominated everybody, so they beat up the Dudleys, Dolph Ziggler and John Cena. Because the open challenge ended up in a massive brawl. So New Day basically come out to SmackDown to brag about their accomplishment of destroying everybody, basically. And they're just saying about how amazing they are. They're beating all these people. They're beating all these like previous tag teams that no other tag team has been able to do what they did on Raw type thing. I'm pretty sure that it's happened before. I think a few tag teams have done stuff like that. Possibly even better than that. So I don't know what they're talking about, but hey, we'll roll with it. And obviously, they're talking about how at Hell in a Cell, I can't remember how behind me are, at Hell in a Cell, it's going to be the Dudley Boys versus New Day again for the Tag Team Championships. So they're just trying to really hype that match up, really, aren't they? So then, Dolph Ziggler's had enough. He comes out, because he's not going to get away with what they did last week to him and attack him and then destroy him again. So Ziggler says that New Day are three stooges of the WWE. He thinks they're a joke, basically. And Ziggler said he spoke to the authority because he's like, this is the authority now, apparently. And he basically said that they granted him with a match with Big E. So that happens, and then the Dudley Boys come out because they have to obviously make an appearance, and they need to make it even, you know, of Dolph versus Big E. You've got to have 4 people on the outside. It's basically a lumberjack match. So Big E versus Dolph Ziggler. I suppose it makes sense. I mean, Big E is basically a mid-card person anyway. Like, if you took away Kofi and Xavier Woods, he would be alright on his own. So kind of makes sense. I mean, we've got you, Dolph. We don't really see. He's just kind of floating around at the moment, did nothing, so might as well put him in somewhere. So the match is alright. I don't really remember it, to be honest. It's just a bit forgetful. Woods on the outside doing his usual tromboning and his funny shit that he does. I remember at one point he's doing Dolph Ziggler's music on the trombone, and that was really funny when he was getting kicked in the face. So that was quite ironic, so that was quite nice. That did make me laugh. And then the New Day have a distraction for the referee, but then Devon and the Dudley Boys get involved, and they have a fight with Kofi and Xavier Woods on the outside. But then this actually distracts everything even more, and then Kofi Kingston gets involved and kicks Dolph Ziggler because he manages to get away for the Dudley Boys, and Big E pins Dolph Ziggler, and Kofi Kingston's holding Dolph's leg so he can't kick out, and that is that, really. It all just felt, I mean, it made sense because it related to the Raw that just happened, but at the same time we could have gone without it, really. But give credit to the WWE, it did make the champions look strong, and they're doing the usual heel stuff by cheating to win. So yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. So
Yeah, I mean, like, totally agreed. I don't really remember it at all. I don't know. I had to watch highlights for this one. That's how long ago it was, and I don't really remember much of the match. I can't really say much about it. But the thing is, why Dolph needed to come out other than the fact he was it fed up? It's just a bit kind of like, well, why were you even here? Like, go home. Just kind of seemed a bit pointless. I know at this point in time there was no Tyler Breeze, no nothing going on. So obviously there wasn't much going on for Dolph Ziggler to do. So obviously he's come out, but it still didn't make much sense. But like you said, it did make him look quite strong. Like, but at the same time, it was just kind of pointless. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey ho, like you said.
So next we have a backstage segment, and we have Summer Rae talking to the makeup artist ladies, and she's telling them about the engagement with Rusev, which obviously I think happened on the Raw before. And Rusev comes along and asks people why she's telling people about their engagement, because the deal is he has to have a title before they get engaged. So she's like, oh honey, I'm starting this for you right now. I got your match against Ryback tonight, so you can prove that you should be number one contender. Yay! For the Intercontinental Championship. Ryback's quite, not Ryback's happy about this. Rusev is quite happy about this, and he's like, oh, thank you, Summer. So as Summer gets up and walks off, he slaps her ass. It's not very PG, is it? Come on, guys. I hate it. I hate how Summer Rae's been made relevant. I just don't like it at all. It's shocking, really.
Who did Summer Rae fuck to get relevant? Seriously, like who? Like, she got all this airtime, especially with the whole Rusev thing, and she still gets it now. Like, I can't believe how long ago this was, though. Like, I feel like it's a bit longer, but also not that long, because we are, like, 6 weeks behind, I think we worked out. So, like that. But, like, it's just the way Summer Rae plays it, and it was just so cringy. Don't you think? It was like, oh my god, because it was the whole, oh, yeah, that kind of thing. It's just like, stop it. Weird storyline as well. Feels like something out of like really, really old and ancient story times. Like, if I win this sword fight, you will be my lady. That kind of thing is just a bit weird. But yeah, weird segment. Don't give Summer Rae airtime. There's plenty more divas that are decent, who can actually talk, who don't talk that much, but they can talk, and they don't let them talk. It's a bit weird. But yeah, weird segment, made sense as to what was going on, but also a bit of a botch up in next week, or the week after. Either way, we'll talk about that.
So next we have a Six Divas tag match, because you know how much we love those, because you don't see them that often. I'm a bit sarcastic, we see them every bloody week, twice a week probably, Raw and Smackdown. It gets to the point where you just fed up a bit now. So we had Team Bella versus Charlotte, Becky Lynch and Natalya. So it's quite nice to see Natalya come back. We haven't seen her in a while. Wrestling wise, I think she was on Smackdown last week talking about something from memory. So it's good to see her back, and you forget how good Natalya is in the ring. Like, she is really good. And you see how experienced she really is, and I'm annoyed they don't push her that much. Like, I think she's got another title reign left in her, to be honest, but I think they're trying to get rid of, like, push her to the retirement like circle a little bit. I really would like to see her as champion again, but I doubt they're going to do that, if I'm honest, but that would be really good to see. So I'm a bit disappointed that they're not pushing her as much. It's a good job she is face, because I remember when she was with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro and they were heel and she was meant to be heel as well. It didn't work. She can't do heel very well. She's too nice. I don't know. Like, her voice is just a nice tone. So when she says something menacing, it doesn't sound menacing. It just sounds a bit weak. So it was a good match, because obviously Natalya's in it, so a bit different. And I'm just fed up with seeing the Bella Twins have a match, because it's Brie who does all the work, and then Nikki comes in, and then Nikki loses, which is what happened here. So Nikki lost. Charlotte did the figure 8 on her, and Nikki tapped out. Then after the match, obviously Paige is getting involved in some bits. There's obviously some tensions there between Charlotte and Becky Lynch and her, after obviously what happened with Charlotte. And Renee, she's backstage with Renee. And Renee's asked her thoughts on Team NBC, which is obviously entirely Becky and Charlotte. And Paige gets really annoyed about this, so she's like, it's not Team NCB, Renee, it's Team PCB, don't you forget that. I'm not going to let Natalya get into my girls' heads. And she basically says that she doesn't like Natalya and walks off. So there's more of Paige being her bratty self, basically. I don't know why they make her into a brat when she's heel. Like, you can be a diva, be a heel, but not be a brat about it. Look at the divas on NXT. They're like heels, but they're not bratty. Sasha Banks isn't bratty when she's really good at being heel. Naomi isn't either, actually, thinking about it, or Tamina. But for some reason, with Paige they make her bratty, and they did it with AJ Lee as well. And I don't know why they do that. It's kind of irritating, but that was that. I guess it's the same old shit, really, but it was good to see Natalya.
Yeah, I mean, it is really, really nice to have Natalya back, like, really nice. You do forget how good she is. I think we got a bit bored of her before she left, and then I think we realised what we're missing out on, obviously, when we had a lot of Brie and stuff like that. So it's nice to have her. But what I have noticed, like, so obviously where it is, that six Divas tag thing, that shit. What I have noticed is since Charlotte got the championship, or when PCB kind of broke up, we did get a lot more less of the Bellas winning. It's usually the figure eight though. We haven't really seen Charlotte much do a lot of actual pinning. It's just a lot of figure eight, which is fine, but obviously I'd like to see a pin a bit more. But I get what you mean about the bratty. I mean, I feel like that's the only way they know how to play them at the moment for some reason. They use this high school drama to just like play around with their characters, and it's not right. And like you said, Ashley, like if you look at the Divas on NXT, they have a stronger kind of more adult storylines, if that makes sense. And they're simple. They're not high school drama. If you look at like Asuka and Dana Brooke at the moment, it's very much like it's simple. She's just like, yeah, Dana Brooke's got the whole, and it's really annoying, but it's also like fun. You know what I mean? And it's a very simple feud, but it is working. And I'm the first person to bash Dana Brooke, but it is working. So WWE needs to take a note from the NXT books, but it is very nice to have Natalya back.
Next we have Ryback versus Rusev, which we're clearly all excited about. They're both so boring, I just can't stand either of them. The only good thing was Kevin Owens was on commentary. And he's always great on commentary. He's so good. He basically does the job for them. He even says to them, "Why am I doing your job?" Because they talk about irrelevant stuff. They don't actually talk about what's going on. Whereas Kevin Owens like picks out what they're actually doing. So I always like Kevin Owens on commentary. And I'll never forget his great commentary on NXT that time. I can't remember what the match was, but his commentary was just phenomenal. I remember me and Coral were like laughing about it for ages. I think it was saying he loves rhinos and stuff like that. It just really made me laugh. So yeah, the only good thing about the match was Kevin Owens' commentary. Ryback won. Summer Rae was very upset about this at ringside. She was like almost in tears. Poor Summer Rae. And basically just at the end, Ryback and Kevin Owens just stared at each other intensely because they're in love with each other clearly, and they're just trying to set up for their match at Hell in a Cell, basically. But Rusev was just used as a pawn in their game, and that was it really. Nothing great to mention, and Ryback just won with a shell shock as he usually does, so nothing new there. Same old stuff really.
Kevin Owens' commentary is literally the best thing in the world. Yeah, when he was on NXT, he was all like talking about rhinos, how he loves rhinos, and how he hated Byron and stuff like that. And he'll like that's that running thing with Byron as well. It's brilliant. He doesn't forget it. He keeps it going. As for the match, don't remember much of it. But when do I ever remember a Rusev match? That is the question. Not often. When do I remember a Ryback match? Not often. So can't really say much on that, but. And I can't really remember Kevin Owens' commentary, but I'm sure I laughed at it at the time. But yeah, can't really help you out on this one. Soz.
Next we have King Barrett versus Neville. King Barrett come back about a week ago, I think it was now. And he started up his feud with Neville again, because that's all he ever feuds with. It's the same circle, it's Neville, King Barrett, Stardust. They just
don't forget R-Truth.
Go around in circles between them three, I don't know why. So basically, yeah, they had a match. It wasn't very long at all. It never is with them two. Basically, it was a ball hammer. Didn't do it that well. I can't do it when Coral's not here. Ball hammer to end. And then Stardust come up on the screen, cut a promo quickly about how it's written in the stars that Neville is going to not succeed, basically. And he hasn't got the Ascension there with him this time. The Ascension and Stardust duo kind of switch on and off. 1 minute they're there, next minute they're not. It's like a light switch. He just picks and chooses when he wants them there, basically. They were probably on NXT at the time, so that explains probably why they weren't there.
I'm sick of this little circle that keeps going on, and it's just, it's almost painful. Like, almost, it's kind of like repetitive. Like, I was catching up the other day, and we still had that match. Like, I watched this episode like ages ago, and while I was on holiday, I was watching the wrestling, and it's the same thing. I could have told you what happened. It's not on. Like, why are they going around the same circles? They have the opportunity to wrestle all these different people, and even when it comes to like matches to gain something, to get a championship, to be a number one contender, they still stick in their circle. It's almost as if they're afraid to do anything. You know what I mean? It's quite sad.
So next we have the main event, which is the Wyatt family, which is I think Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman at this point, versus Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton. Sick of seeing it, because we see it all the time. And Randy Orton's been brought into it for some weird reason. It doesn't really make sense, because Randy Orton and Roman Reigns hate each other this time last year, I think. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. The feud wasn't mentioned at all, which they never do. You're just waiting for either disqualification or distraction or something, because it never ends with someone winning at this point. Everyone just gets disqualified. It's pointless. So at the end, Roman Reigns gets hit in the midsection by a chair from Braun Strowman, and he just gets beat up continuously. So it was DQ. So technically Roman Reigns, Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose won. Randy Orton comes to save the day with an RKO, and they all take their turns on beating everybody up, and then they all go backstage, and Randy Orton, Reigns and Dean Ambrose are celebrating in the middle of the ring. It's nothing unusual. It's not a standout main event. It could have been at the beginning of the show and it wouldn't have made a difference. So yeah, that's it really on that match. If I'm honest, it's not. I'm just bored of seeing it. I think I fell asleep as well, actually. I had to watch it like twice to actually gather what was going on, because I kept falling asleep, which isn't good when you're trying to keep your ratings up when your viewers are falling asleep. Oh well.
Oh, the joys of a main event that we always have. Seriously, when is it going to stop? Yeah, it's painful. It's painful. Not sure how I feel about Braun Strowman yet. I feel like he's got the makings to be really big and scary and intimidating. At the moment, I just feel like he's a really tall guy with a little bit of muscle, wearing a black sheep mask. I don't know, I feel like he hasn't made his impact, and I feel like if he's going to be part of the Wyatt family, I think he needs to be a bit more characterised. I don't think he's bought it yet. I think they kind of just brought him in because he's big. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know if it will. But as for that match, it was just sad and boring, and we've seen it 100 times before. No. Just no.
This Smackdown, my personal rating for this would probably be a 2. There wasn't much going on. It just felt a bit bitty. There was matches, but they didn't feel relevant. I don't know. And we got the same matches that we usually get. Just loads of 6-man or 6 diva tags. It's just, that's all a Smackdown is really, to try and cram as much of the roster on there as possible. But they never carry on storylines on Smackdown. It's just like, oh, we'll have a match, but we're saving all the good stuff for Raw. So it just kind of makes it relevant, and that's really bad. So yeah, I think I'd rate this a 2.
Yeah, I can agree with the 2. It is pretty much the same. And SmackDown used to be the better one, but I'm starting to think Raw's a little bit better now, because they do kind of make a bit more progress. I'm an NXT girl at the moment. But yeah, SmackDown 2, not much went on. Too many tag matches. We don't need to see the same people every week. Make it special, make them wanted, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll give it a 2. Alright guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, retweet, retumble. Let us know what you thought about the way we did this. Probably won't do it again. Don't know, it did take a very long time. And we'll see you soon. Bye!